Hi boys and girls, this is Mr. Anderson. Hope everybody's doing well. What I'd like for you to do is go ahead and get your packet, get a pencil with a good eraser on it, and we'll get ready to get started with our math today. If you need a second to get your materials, go ahead and pause the video and get those materials ready. If you flip open to the back of your packet, then you'll see 6 of these pages right here. These are called sprint pages. And the reason that we have these is to help us practice mental math and being able to do our math in our head as quickly as possible. You'll see that there are 6 of these. We're going to do 1 each day until we get to Friday, and then Friday we're going to do 2. What I'd like for you to do is go ahead and open up to this page. Make sure that the first question that you see on here is 40 plus 3. If you're not on that page, you can pause the video. If you are, then I'm going to go ahead and give you instructions for that. If you're ready, I'd like for you to get a phone or a timer of some sort and start the timer. When you start the timer, I want you to solve as many of these questions as you can as quickly as you can. When you're done solving them, I want you to stop the timer and look and see how long it took you to get these answers. I want you to write that number somewhere on this paper. There's not a line for it on this page. Maybe you can write your time down here where there's a little bit of a blank spot, or maybe right up here where there's a blank spot. It's up to you where you want to write that. When you've written down how much time it took for you to solve these, I'd like for you to go through and double check your work. You can use any strategy that you want to. You can use the number line, the place value chart, whatever you need to use to check all of your answers. When you've checked all your answers right here where it says, number correct, I'd like for you to write down the number of these that you got right. Now remember, now's not the time for us to correct them and say, oh, I got all of them correct. We want to see your improvement over the next few days. It's only Monday, and so that means we have a lot of time to improve and get better and better scores. So I want you to be honest and put the number that you got correct right there on that blank space right up there. If you need some time to do this, go ahead and pause the video and then hit play when you're ready. When you're done with the sprint page, don't forget to put your date at the top, and then we're going to open up to the one of the other pages that has word problems written on the top. You'll probably have to flip through a few pages until you get to it, but you'll know you're on the right page when you see this as the first word problem, the one with Mary and her 24 stickers. If you're not there, go ahead and pause the video until you can open up your paper and get to the right spot. Don't forget to put your name and date, and then hit play when you're ready. This is the first question. What I'm going to do is model how to do the first one, kind of remind you some of the strategies that we have, and then I'd like for you to do the rest of these on your own. There's also a page on the back, but we're not going to do the back page today. We're going to save that for tomorrow. The first question says, Mary has 24 stickers. She bought 17 more stickers. How many stickers does Mary have now? So in order to solve this, we're going to use the cubes method that we've talked about in class before. C stands for circle the numbers. So first I'm going to look through and find all the numbers that I need to circle. Mary has 24 stickers. Now, this doesn't look like the symbol for 24, a 2 and a 4, but this is still the number, even if it's spelled out. So I have to be careful when I'm reading these word problems. I have to make sure that they're not throwing in some numbers. I'm not really paying attention and miss those. So Mary has 24 stickers. She bought 17, there's another number, more stickers. How many stickers does Mary have now? Okay, so we already circled all the numbers. U stands for underline the question. We're going to read through and find the question and underline it. Mary has 24 stickers. She bought 17 more stickers. How many stickers does Mary have now? So that's going to be our question. We can tell because it's got a question mark right there at the end. B stands for box in the keywords. Now remember, there are a few words that we know tell us if we're adding or subtracting in an equation. Let's read through and see if we can see some of those keywords. Mary has 24 stickers. She bought 17 more stickers. Right here, that word more means that I'm going to be adding. If I have a group of something and I add more to it, I'm getting a bigger number. So I know that's my key word. That tells me I'm going to be doing an addition problem. Next, E stands for eliminate what you don't need. There's a lot of things that we don't need, just like we talked about before. We don't really need to know who we're talking about, what she's buying. It's okay if she bought stickers or pencils or things like that, so we'll cross that out because that's just a lot of unnecessary words that we don't really need right now. And finally, S stands for solve the problem. So now we're going to take what we have from our sentence or our word problem, and we're going to turn it into a number sentence. So I see that I have the number 24, so I'm going to write 24. Then I also see that she bought 17 more. Remember, we said that word more means we're adding. She got 17 more. And the question says, how many stickers does she have now? So I want to know how many she has altogether. So this is what our number sentence is going to be, 24 plus 17. We're going to talk about two different strategies to use when you're solving this question today. 24 plus 17, the first strategy that I'm going to use is my place value chart. When I make a place value chart, remember I've got my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. And when I draw those pictures, I'm going to start with the front end of my addition problem. So I'm going to start with 24. So I remember these long lines represent tens. So I know that one long line is 10, another long line is 20. Next, I'm going to do my ones. I know that the dots are 1, so I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 for 24. My hundreds place is left blank because I don't have any hundreds to add. Next, I'm going to add my 17. I look right here, I only see I have 1 10. And I see that I have 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next, I'm just going to add my tens and my ones together to see what I get. So I see that I have 1, 2, 3 tens. So I'm going to put that down here. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to count my ones and see how many I have. I know I have 7 right here, so all I have to do is count on. So I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 altogether. What I'm going to do is, because I have more than 10, I'm going to regroup some of these and put them over in the tens place. So I have 7, I have 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to circle my group of 10. I'm going to regroup it, put it over here in the tens place in my place value chart. So now I have 4 tens, and then I'm going to just keep all the rest of the ones and bring them down. It looks like I only have 1 1 left, so I'm going to bring that down here. So now that I've added all my tens, all my ones, and I don't have any hundreds to add, I'm just going to take what I have from the place value chart and write it in number form. So I have 4 tens, I'm going to put that here. And I have 1 1. I'm going to put that right here. So 24 plus 17, my answer is 41. There's one more way that we can do this, and that is using the number line. When we're using a number line, if we're going to be adding, we put our first number on this side. So I'm going to put 24 right here, because when we add, the numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger. So we want to start here so that we have plenty of space to add more. Just like in the place value chart, I'm going to look and see if I have any hundreds to add first. I don't have any hundreds in 17. Next, I'm going to look for my tens. I only have 1 10 to add, so I'm going to add my 10. 24 plus 10, if I count up, I know this is going to be 34. My tens place changes, but my ones place stays the same. Next, I'm going to count up my ones. Now, there are a couple of different ways that we can do this, but the easiest way we can do is we see that we have 34 right here, and I want to make a easy 10. So I want to get to the next even 10. I know that 4 plus something equals 10. 4 plus 6 is going to get us up to the next even 10. That gets me to 40. Now, 6 is not all of my ones. If I look right here, I had 7 ones I needed to add, but I only added 6. So that means I have 1 more 1 I need to add. I have 40. If I add 1 more, that's going to equal 41. Was this the same answer that we got before? It sure was. So that tells me that my answer is correct. If I'm not sure if my answer is correct or not, I can check it by solving a different way. That's it for today. All you're going to do is follow those same steps and solve the rest of the word problems on this paper. Remember, you're not going to flip over and start on the next one yet, because that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. If you have any more questions about this, or you're maybe not sure about something, you can look back in the video and you can use that cubes method to help you along. If you still have questions, you can email or get a hold of your teacher somehow, and they'll be very happy to help you out. I hope you guys have a good day and you're learning a lot.